So are you thinking about buying a foreclosure? Well, I'm going to do a little video about an example of a foreclosure that happened here and just kind of walk you through it, because a lot of people are just wondering, like, is there going to be a lot of foreclosures? Maybe there's a good deal here with these. But I don't really know if foreclosures are for everyone, because there's a lot of uncertainty with them that goes with it. But let me walk you through kind of what happens with a foreclosure. So basically what happens with a foreclosure property is that it goes onto the market. Now what needs to happen next is someone needs to write an offer on this property. Now once somebody's written an offer on this property, they can see it, write all their subjects, subject to sale, subject to financing, subject to looking at the strata documents, basically fully investigate the property. Now once one person has bought in this property, it triggers a court date. And so what happens down the road is a court date, and it's usually 3, 6, 9 months down the road. But now what happens at this court date is everyone who wants to buy this property has to come to court, submit their offer a few days before the court date starts, and it has to be subject free. They're not always able to see the property, and they can go to court and see if they can get this property for like a deal. But what tends to happen is it really just creeps into market value. From what I kind of see historically, yeah, maybe you might save 20 grand or 10 grand or 50 grand or maybe even nothing, because you do end up going into like a bidding type of process where you put a blind bid in and you might get it and you might not. So let me walk you through what can happen at these court dates and use this one that happened here in Chilliwack as an example. So the property is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse. It's about 1,000 square feet. Market value for this is something maybe 350, 380, maybe 400 if it was in really good shape, fixed up. So this goes on the market for 250,000. Someone buys it, remove subjects, and this triggers the court date. So fast forward 6 months later, the court date happens, and there's actually 10 offers in this. So the original person who offered actually gets the opportunity to revise their bid and put it in for a higher amount. So in this case, they offered like 230,000 or something like that. But they see that there's 9 other offers, and they're like, okay, well, we better go up. We're not going to get it for this price. So they ended up writing an offer for 330,000, a little bit, 335,000, and just a little bit under market value. The market value for this place probably around 350 for something that was kind of rough like this. And so they actually, the original person who triggered the court date actually got this back. The other 9 bids were not higher than this one. So it's a case where the original person got it, but he actually went up almost $100,000. And yeah, he saved a little bit of money on what market value would have been, but not a lot. Most of the other bids were in the 200s, because a lot of the people who do this, they need to make a profit if they're going to sell this. And in this case, those bids that would have made a profit didn't happen. And the guy basically got market value for it 9 months later. So this is just one example of what can happen at court. There's a lot of things that go with it that really aren't for everyone. But if you have any questions about foreclosures, I'm always up for a good foreclosure discussion and see if we can help get you a great deal. It's Trevor with Home Life Advantage Realty. Thanks for watching my video.